Why do most relationships feel intense at first, but fade into emptiness later? Why do we obsess over someone's beauty, only to feel disconnected once we have them? Why does love, something we all crave, often leave us feeling more lost than found? It's not just a modern problem. Over 2,000 years ago, Plato saw the same thing happening, and he believed we've misunderstood what love really is. To him, love wasn't just about attraction. It was a journey, a spiritual ascent, a climb from the desire of the body to the awakening of the soul. He called it the ladder of love, and if you understand it, you'll never look at love, beauty, or even your own desires the same way again. His isn't just philosophy, it's a roadmap to deeper relationships, a mirror for self-growth, and a challenge to rise above what most people settle for. Let's climb it, step by step. It all starts with the body. We fall for someone's appearance, their eyes, their smile, the way they move. There's electricity, mystery, and excitement. It feels powerful, almost magical, but Plato challenges us to look deeper. He says, and this is only the bottom rung of the ladder. At this level, love is based on the senses. We love what we see, what we touch, what brings us pleasure. And there's nothing wrong with that. This is where almost every love story begins, but it's also where many people stay stuck. They become addicted to beauty, to the thrill of attraction. They bounce from person to person, chasing that first spark over and over. The danger? When beauty fades, and what once felt like passion turns into disappointment. Plato isn't saying physical love is bad. He's saying it's incomplete, because if we only love someone for their body, we miss out on their soul. This first step is natural, even necessary. It opens the door to connection. It introduces us to the idea of beauty. But if we stop here, we confuse infatuation for intimacy. To climb higher, we have to ask, what makes someone beautiful beyond their looks? What kind of beauty lasts, even as appearances change? That's where the real journey begins. As our view of beauty evolves, we begin to see it not as something rare or isolated, but as universal. We no longer think, only this person is beautiful. Instead, we recognize beauty in many forms, different cultures, different expressions. We begin to sense that beauty isn't owned by anyone. It's shared by everyone. This is a powerful realization because when we stop idolizing just one form of beauty, we stop obsessing, we stop clinging, we gain freedom. Now, instead of being controlled by desire, we can appreciate beauty without needing to possess it. We begin to understand that physical beauty is just a glimpse of something deeper, more permanent. This shift helps us move from surface-level attraction to genuine admiration. We're no longer hypnotized by appearance alone. We're opening our eyes to a wider, more compassionate view of the world. Plato saw this step as a kind of awakening, because when you see beauty everywhere, you start to wonder, where does all this beauty come from? This is where love becomes transformative. After recognizing beauty in all bodies, we begin to look inward. Now we're drawn to people not for their shape or symmetry, but for their spirit. We fall in love with character, with someone's strength, courage, intelligence, or kindness. It's the love of someone's virtue, their way of thinking, their resilience in pain, their honesty. And this kind of love doesn't fade with age. It grows stronger the more you know someone. Plato believed that loving the soul is a higher love. It moves us toward real connection, real meaning. It requires patience, vulnerability, and deep listening. This stage teaches us that love isn't just a feeling, it's an act of recognition. Seeing someone's truth, honoring it. At this point, we may begin to feel love as purpose, as a shared journey of growth. Not just about what someone gives you, but about who you both become together. This is where real relationships are built, where trust is born, where compassion takes root. And from this point forward, love becomes less about having someone and more about being with them. Love now transcends even the individual. We begin to fall in love with thought itself, with wisdom, creativity, and understanding. We are pulled toward philosophy, art, truth, and exploration. Now our love expands into something almost cosmic. We find beauty in the act of thinking, in the clarity of a brilliant insight, or the passion behind a meaningful belief. This kind of love inspires us to learn, to teach, to grow intellectually and spiritually. We find intimacy in deep conversations, in shared ideas, in the pursuit of truth. We realize the mind is beautiful too. And when we connect with someone, not just emotionally but mentally, it creates a whole new level of union. This is the realm where teachers, thinkers, and artists dwell, where dialogue becomes a dance, and we begin to sense that all beauty, whether in a body or a soul, is pointing towards something higher. Part 5, the fifth step, the form of beauty. This final step is what Plato called the form of beauty, the ultimate, pure, eternal essence of beauty itself. It is not a person, not a place, not even a feeling. It is the source behind all beauty we've ever experienced. A path, a teacher, a ladder that leads from lust to light. So ask yourself, where are you on the ladder? And are you ready to keep climbing? If so, welcome to Mind Reborn. Subscribe and join the journey to think deeper and live wiser.